What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we've got some more information for you guys. Like always, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Famitsu sales week 47 that just went by, I actually already reported on this when it came to the media create, but I did want to go over some of the Famitsu numbers just to kind of wrap up some of the info that we have for you guys this week. And Famitsu actually tracks things a little bit differently. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard me say this before, but Famitsu sometimes goes and reaches into some other areas to get numbers. They count download cards, and they sometimes count sales from online retailers as well, or sales from online retailers are factored into their already retail distribution that they do. So sometimes we see numbers higher in Famitsu than we see in Media Create, particularly for hardware across the board. It's just not the Nintendo Switch or the 3DS or PS4, but just hardware numbers just across the board, software numbers across the board we'll see higher. And I did want to let you guys know that Famitsu, since they do track those download cards, they kind of put everything together. They also put together their sales numbers for different systems, so like PlayStation 4 Pro, PlayStation 4, those will be combined, whereas the Media Crate actually separates those two, which can be helpful and not helpful in some situations when you're talking about breaking down data, because it's cool to see how much the PS4 Pro is selling compared to the PS4, but at the same time they're still the same system. Same goes for like the new Nintendo 3DS, for the most part. There are some exclusives here and there, for example, like the new Nintendo 3DS, but overall, same system, same library of games. So it's cool to see both of them. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that it's cool to get both as far as the information goes. Now, Famitsu did track the Nintendo Switch. Of course, it was the #1 system sold, but it did track it at 90,000 units sold for the week, compared to, I think, like the 80-something thousand, 87,000 for the Nintendo Switch from the Media Create. So about 3,000 or so more in Famitsu, and like I said, they do track the online retailers. Maybe that's counting in Amazon sales and other specialty stores that do Japanese sales for the Nintendo Switch. So that's cool to see there. Another thing is that they didn't separate the double box and all that when it comes to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That was about 1.2 million as far as how Famitsu had it. Now, another thing that's different about Famitsu is that we actually get the numbers all the way down to the 30th spot, whereas with the Media Create, as far as actually seeing the sales number, we only get to 20. So I did want to go over some of those things, because at number 30 was ARMS, which was very interesting. ARMS, I guess, fell out of the top 30, but then it came back in. Both ARMS and Monster Hunter Double Cross both sold over 1,500 copies, with Monster Hunter Double Cross actually selling 2,000 copies. Another thing to note is that Pokemon Gold and Silver, the 3DS Virtual Console, they actually have that tracked on there as well, and it's a download card. So they are actually tracking that download card. That download card sold 2,056 copies, and it sold nearly 100,000 copies that they have tracked. So it's interesting to see that they're able to track the download cards for Virtual Console sales. So we can see right there that the Virtual Console, as far as Pokemon Gold and Silver, is doing really well in Japan. It's good to see that. Also, one more thing, that there was some Dragon Quest packs and Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. That on the 3DS, we don't see that in the top 20 anymore, but Famitsu has it at 25, selling on the 3DS, selling 2,057 copies. So just to let you guys know, Dragon Quest is still selling on the 3DS, although I don't see the PS4 version of Dragon Quest XI, so it's dropped out of the top 30 completely. Now, with the top 50 charts as far as Media Create, we'll probably see a lot of the games that are not in the top 20, top 30. But like I said, this is just the alternative, and I'll have links in the description below so you guys can check out the information, and you guys can check out the differences between the Media Create and the Famitsu. So if I do report on Famitsu, you guys know that it is a little bit different as far as how they tally things and all of that. So what do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch selling 90,000 systems as far as Famitsu sales numbers go? That's really good, especially because there is no big new releases or anything like that, just selling off the power of the Nintendo Switch, it being low stock or shortage, people just not being able to get one, and all of the games that they've already had. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, Voice is getting a physical release in Southeast Asia, so shout outs to that. Your boy is probably going to be importing Let's Call Up Play Asia, or Let's Dial Up Play Asia, man. Definitely going to be picking that up. So an exclusive English release in Southeast Asia through distributor Active Bokeh, and distributor has already reached out to retailers in the region to take pre-orders. Will cover 3 languages, English, Japanese, and Chinese, set to release in the region on January 25th, 2017. Does not include the IC card stickers that come with the Japanese version, and the packaging only has minor differences with the back info page in English. So for all of you guys that are looking for that English support, or looking for that physical support, because the one thing about Voice, as far as the physical release, it does have that update to where you can use the Pro Controller, and it now supports TV play. Now, if you're playing Voice normally on the Nintendo Switch, there's only portable play, and you have to use the touchscreen in order to play the game. I've been playing it quite a bit. It's awesome. There's also a demo on the eShop that you can go download. But with this physical release and the update that did recently go down in Japan, that adds support for TV play, and it adds support for button controls as well, which definitely has me excited. And a physical release, an actual physical cartridge for this game. This is one of the best music games, music rhythm on the Nintendo Switch. And special shout outs to Universal One for hooking me up with the copy, the digital copy of Voice. Absolutely love the game. My daughter loves it too. The music is fantastic. So yeah, man, this is something that's really cool. And if you do want this, you can pick it up. Now, it's already a cheaper game, so I guess it shouldn't be too expensive to import from Play Asia. Maybe you can probably get it for around $60 as far as US goes. Not sure how the other currencies will go, but I'm thinking that it's going to be right around that price, something like $40 to $60, somewhere in that range as far as the import fees and all of that. But I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. I've been wanting a physical release of Voice, so this is really cool. And I wanted to share that with you guys that you can be picking up a physical release of Voice. It'll be launching on January 25th. So make sure you look out on Play Asia just so you can see if you can get a copy of that as well. And I'll have an update video around that time too. And I'll have an update video set to release around the time that it does come out, just to inform you guys again next year. So what do you guys think about this physical release as far as Voice goes? Will you be importing? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, Square Enix is still showing interest in bringing Final Fantasy XIV to the Nintendo Switch, and they are having positive discussions as far as that going on. So, we've heard a few times now that the Final Fantasy XIV director, Square Enix, they want to bring this game to Nintendo Switch. However, there are a few stipulations that need to come into play, which is cross-play with the other systems, at least when it comes to PC. I'm not sure how they'll do it with PS4 or whatever the case is. They also want to bring the game to Xbox One as well. They're also having discussions too, but Square Enix was recently asked about how this was going as far as Final Fantasy XIV to Nintendo Switch, and here is what Naoki Yoshida had to say on the matter. Quote, "I'd like to open it up to as many platforms as possible. We want to include as many players as possible, not just Nintendo Switch, even Xbox. If it's interested in this, we'd like to open it up. We'd like to have it on as many hardware as possible. Even though the hardware might be different, they will be playing in the same world. It has to have cross-server function. That's something that's at the core of Final Fantasy XIV, so we'd want to keep that as a policy. We have no intention to divide the servers per platform. We're working with one big community. I'm interested in other platforms, of course. I hope those first parties change their policies or mindsets. I'm an MMORPG gamer. I love to play with many people globally, and we've been talking to those platforms about getting it on their hardware. Positive discussions is ongoing. It is not as if we're not doing anything. We are actually talking to them, and the platform holders are showing their attitude in a more positive way." And this is very interesting that he'd say it this way, because Nintendo already has crossplay. Microsoft already has crossplay. So it almost seems as if he's trying to say that Nintendo and Microsoft aren't on board with having crossplay with all the other systems, when we've clearly seen multiple times, even dating back to the Wii U, that Nintendo has had crossplay with PC. And with the Nintendo Switch, they have crossplay with the Xbox One and PC with Rocket League. So I'm not really sure where this is going on. It's actually been Sony who has been against crossplay when it comes to things. Sony doesn't want crossplay with Xbox. Sony doesn't want crossplay with Nintendo. Minecraft is not crossplay on Sony platforms with Xbox or with Nintendo, but it will be crossplay when it comes to Nintendo, PC, and Microsoft. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. Maybe there's more to the story that we just don't know. I mean, but from what I understand, Sony's always been resistant to crossplay, but this game has pretty much been a PC, PS4. That's the main places where people are playing this game, and there's crossplay between those platforms. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe there was more to his story as far as what he was trying to say, but from what we've seen already as far as in practice, we've already seen that Nintendo and Microsoft are completely open to crossplay, and Microsoft is completely open to crossplay among multiple different systems, which we've seen before. Nintendo has done it before with multiple different systems. Sony's the one that's been resistant. So we'll see what happens going forward in the future. I would love for there to be something like Final Fantasy XIV on the Nintendo Switch. We've never had anything as far as Nintendo gamers. We've never had anything like Final Fantasy XIV, that type of MMORPG on the system. So if they can bring it over, that would be fantastic. That'd fill another piece that's not really on the Switch at this point. So what do you guys think about this as far as what the director had to say? And would you want to play Final Fantasy XIV on your Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool emotes, perks, benefits, and rewards. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace!